Hi, everyone. I'm Rina Castillo, and this is Megan Rodriguez. We are both community and economic development agents. We work for Prairie View A&M University Extension, and I service Hidalgo and Starr County, and Megan services Willacy and Cameron County. And I have an office in Edinburgh and in Rio Grande City, and
I have one in Raymondville and in San Benito and in Brownsville.
And so we work in the areas of small business, homeownership, and workforce development. So we serve as a resource and as an educator in our communities to anyone, whether it's a family member, a small business owner, a county commissioner, a city manager, an EDC director, chamber, a nonprofit. We service anybody that needs programs in those three areas. So real quick, before we get started with our program areas, Prairie View was founded in 1876, and it's the second oldest public institution of higher learning in the state of Texas. And we're 40 miles northwest of Houston, and it's a historically Black college university. And Prairie View offers degrees across 36 bachelor's, 30 master's, and 5 doctoral degree programs through 8 colleges and schools, and we are a member of the Texas A&M University system. We're not Texas A&M, we're Prairie View A&M.
Yes, but we are under the same system. So yes, Texas A&M is our sister university, and just like there is the Texas A&M AgriLife extension, we are the second extension in Texas. And so we both deliver programs similar in the same areas, but our target audience is different. So a little bit about Extension. Extension program delivers research-based knowledge to small farm producers, families, aspiring entrepreneurs, and youth, and we are currently in 66 Texas counties. I think it's a good note that we should add to this that Prairie View A&M Extension has been receiving its Texas state match, and so with that, we are doing a major expansion across Texas. So with that, these numbers are going to continuously grow. We will have more agents in more counties, and so I think it's a good note for us to continue doing and growing our work. We work with the people who need us the most. Many of them have limited personal and family assets, limited opportunities, or come from communities that have limited resources. So the areas in the program areas are 4-H, our youth development, our ag and natural resource, our community and economic development, and family community health. And so just wanted to show Extension at a glance. If you go to Prairie View A&M Extension's website, you'll see this. This is a live board that is tracking numbers for us. So it tells you our contacts, our new businesses, our projects funded, and in the areas that we are currently serving. About the community and economic development unit. So our unit is to increase entrepreneurship opportunities through small business training and consulting. Our staff works with individuals, communities, groups to inform and educate on home ownership and financial literacy. Our staff help develop and implement programs in the areas of rural prosperity, in the areas of economic development, technical innovation, and we improve the quality of life and support the rural workforce.
Great.
So we're going to go ahead and elaborate on our program areas. So for small business, we do one-on-one business consulting. It used to be 4 years ago, it lasted like a 2-hour session. Now that we're so busy, we're like 20-minute sessions. But we do pre-screen the call. We make sure to be very productive in those 20 minutes. And our job is basically making sure that they have a business plan at the end of the day. And the business plan needs to make sense that the business profits, right? And it needs to be in paper. So we're not experts in any type of businesses, but we just ask a million questions to make sure that your business makes sense, right? In paper. And then we can also present on how to start a business and how to do a business plan. We have a lot of chambers that reach out to us, and we go out there in their communities. Also, the precincts have been reaching out to make sure that we cover the rural area for the small business. Another presentation that we do is Get Hub Certified, and this is a state program from the State Controller's Office, and it's free. So it's for minority-owned, women-owned, and veteran-owned businesses. That pretty much helps them level out the playing field when they go off for bids for state contracting. And by law, these state agencies need to have at least 3% of their bids under Hub certified for businesses. But they've exceeded. I mean, I know UTRGV does like over 40% of their small businesses get contracts. So we're pretty good. And then we were getting all these small business owners Hub certified, but nobody was pursuing contracts, right? And so we decided to figure out why. And we created the Bid Academy. So the Bid Academy kicks off the first session with the Get Hub certified session. And then the rest of the topics are topics to strengthen their business to be able to pursue the state contracts. For example, we have access to capital. A lot of small business owners cannot pursue a state contract because they already need the funding, right? Because the state doesn't pay until, I don't know, 90 days later. So, and then we also have topics like how to build a capability statement, the supplier diversity and subcontracting, the
How to pitch your business to these state agencies. And so really Bid Academy hones in on all the different components so that they utilize that certificate and go for those contracts. And so we just came off of a Bid Academy, and so I'll show in the next slide. I'll talk a little bit about the partnership that I currently have in Cameron County. So for the past 3 years, I've been with our partners at BCIC in Brownsville. And so they have funded 3 Bid Academy classes that have come out of Cameron County, each averaging about 27 to 22 graduates. This top class just graduated here on Friday. And so these small business owners went through a different format of Bid Academy. And so this Bid Academy was just in 1 week. And so typically our Bid Academies are formatted in a month and a half format. And so we're able to kind of make some accommodations. And so this time my partners really felt that it would be beneficial for us to maybe pilot a 1 week Bid Academy. And so that's what took place last week there in Brownsville. We had good numbers, good retention, and individuals already making connections to go after those state contracts. And I'll have Rina talk about her Hidalgo County partnership.
And so real quick, I was able to judge her pitch contest there in Cameron County. And these small business owners have beautiful stories. And I know you guys already know the struggle is real, right? But that's why the educational component is so important, and it weighs so much value in these small businesses.
Just the emotions, like even I got emotional.
It was such a hard thing to judge because everybody was able to implement their own story, whether they were like just a female owned or a veteran owned. I mean, they had like very impactful stories. Like I told them, you guys inspired me to go open up some businesses too. Like, but it was I always enjoy collaborating with Megan as well, helping her out, any type of support, and vice versa. She's also able to help me out. And this year we did in Hidalgo County, we partnered up with the Palm View Chamber of Commerce and with Precinct 3, and we were able to have a full class. In our Bid Academy, we also incorporate the Hidalgo County Purchasing Department, just in case if they're not ready to pursue state contracts, they'll have an opportunity to become a vendor in the county. So that's one of our sessions as well. Before this year, we were doing it in Mercedes. And it was a really good turnout over there. We did it for 3 years. Our boss made us move it around. So sorry, Commissioner Garcia, we weren't there this year. But we need to move it around in our county.
But I think it would be good for you to attest to the
Oh yeah, he was one of our participants.
You were a participant, but also as a commissioner on how valuable this program was in your area. So if you have any questions, ask the commissioner. It's worth the investment. And
it was a really great program. You know, I really enjoyed it. And therefore, I want business. You know, I just opened up about a year ago. I joined the program about 10 years ago, and preparation. And you know, it was all in detail, but it was very informative and very helpful. And with that, you know, I was able to land a contract with you.
Sweet. And then
So it's a very great program, and I urge everybody that's interested, you know, or looking at friends, family that are looking for some kind of help, because take advantage of the stuff.
Great. Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah, thank you.
And then under the small business component, we also do youth entrepreneurship. I had just finished recently with this class at the Wessico Boys and Girls Club, and you can talk a little bit about yours, but I know we do it sometimes we do it differently. My sessions were all about how to build a business plan, right? So we got the kids to do their own business plan. Guys, most of them are already entrepreneurs. They're selling chips and candies, and they're also selling used clothing. So they were on top of it. When I asked, what do you need to start a business? Their first thing was insurance. And their second thing was permits from the city. I was shocked. These were 11 to 14-year-olds. Answering this way. So the future does sound bright. So I can attest to that. And we have about 9 sessions as well. And at the end, they also have a pitch contest. So in the pitch contest, these types of stories are so beautiful. Again, their reason why they chose the type of business is always related to how things affected them in their life. One of them wanted to do a bakery, right? And because their grandma and they would bake with their grandparents, right? And then, of course, they passed away. But also at the end of the day, they also wanted to give back to a food bank because that's how their grandma also got groceries and, into it. And their grandma would also give them groceries to the rest of their kids and so forth. So all of them had a component of giving back. And so I think sometimes we forget about our kids. So if you guys don't have anything for the youth besides a Boys and Girls Club, like another leadership program, or maybe creating a youth entrepreneurship program and incorporating government and government careers, that would be so awesome because they need that mentorship and they need that knowledge, right? So
yeah, and just for my youth component, so I have 2 partnerships, one with the Lifer School District. I previously received some grant funds from the Texas Farm Bureau. And being in Willacy County, we are a community that's large on agriculture. So with that grant, we taught the individuals in middle school, from the ground to the business. And so they basically did gardening, they're planting their fruits, vegetables, then we saw the growth. So my program extends a little longer just because we're actually planting tangible products. And so with that, the individuals then create what they're going to use that product, whether it's going to go to the food bank or they're creating juices, they're creating foods, restaurants, food trucks. And so that's the current partnership that I have. I'll currently be taking that partnership to San Fernandito. And so we'll be going to the school district and starting that program there as well.
So in the home ownership, we always try to collaborate with any federal, state, or local home ownership program. And we try to collaborate with the best, right, Mr. Gomez?
Yes.
So we've been collaborating with USDA. They have a home repair grant, they have a home repair loan, and they have a home loan. And by far, every one of them are the best of any other program that there is out there. And so the home repair grant is for 62 years and older. Of course, you have to meet a certain income under 37,000, and the property needs to be eligible. So it has to be categorized under rural area through USDA. And then you can get up to $10,000 on home repairs. They don't give them the money, but they give the contractor that they choose the funds to do their project. And then we have the home repair loan, which is a loan this is any age and it's up to $40,000. The crazy thing about this one is it's only 1% interest rate. So that's amazing. Nobody in this world will probably give you a 1% interest rate.
Is there a limit for that, like a federal?
The income as well.
Your income?
As well, and then it's up to $40,000 only. There is a lien after you surpass 7,000 in gross, right? And then there's the USDA 502 home loan as well. So,
and then I'll funnel into our furniture program. And so a component with our home ownership is that we are certified packagers for USDA, but we also are certified credit counselors. And so we do have education in the financial literacy area. And so with the furniture program, we created a partnership in Houston with the Houston Furniture Bank. And with that, we were providing education for financial literacy. So the individuals come, they sign up, they take 3 financial literacy classes. and they meet requirements, which is our low to very low income. I can't remember, but it's similar, about 37,000.
Okay.
There's the application process that they do at my office after they've taken the classes, and then they get furniture. And so currently, our university and our unit, we are fully funded with furniture vouchers. And so for Willacy County, I have set aside 40 furniture vouchers that I still have not tapped into this year. But I've just been so busy, so I'm planning to kind of implement that here soon. But what takes place is after the furniture, the individuals do the application process with my administrative assistant. After the application process is done, then I process their voucher with the Houston Furniture Bank. Then we set up appointments, and so they select their furniture via Zoom, and then the furniture arrives next day. And so here I have a current partnership with Willacy County, all their precincts, and so we're utilizing the precinct guys to take the furniture down, and a lot of the furniture is in really good shape. It is refurbished, and so the mattresses, the mattress one is the best one because they refurbish all their mattresses in-house, and so a lot of them are practically brand new furniture, but also brand new mattresses. The Houston Furniture Bank also has an initiative that's called No Kids on the Ground. And so if the individual is coming in that has multiple kids, we work with them in their voucher to be able to provide all the students, all the youth in the house with at least a bed. So we try to work within the voucher to be able to provide as many beds as we can. So twin beds are common for the youth. We kind of try to give them the most, and then we'll go into full queen and king. And those also come with rails. So it's a really, really good initiative that we have going on with the Houston Furniture Bank. And yeah, so if your areas are interested in this program, this is one that we haven't really marketed too much just because we know, we're going to get a lot of people wanting it. It's just a long process of logistics. And so sometimes I'm hesitant to move forward just because we need commitment from the city or the county to be able to assist us with this project. It's a pretty big project. The education piece is easy, but it's the logistics for this furniture is what becomes a little complicated.
And so I didn't put pictures of mine, but I usually collaborate with a housing authority. You would think that everybody has a mattress, but sometimes I had to deliver to the elderly, right? Because they couldn't come and pick up their furniture piece. But I even see elderly sleeping in the floor, with layers of blankets and some type of comforters and so forth. So we always forget that not everybody has the basic essentials. And so it's so important that, you all request anything that your needs are so that way we can help you figure out what we can do to help you and get some partnerships involved to help your families and your communities in lead.
And I don't think I elaborated, but each voucher will probably get you about 10 to 12 items of furniture. So you're talking about table, a sofa, mattresses, the desk, the rails, so it can get you quite a bit of pieces, probably about 10 pieces of furniture. So it's a really, really good program.
And then we have workforce development. So when we're in front of city managers, EDC directors, small business owners, if we hear that there's a certain need that maybe the workforce can help them out, we go ahead and facilitate those programs for them or those meetings for them. We also are capable of applying for a grant for apprenticeship, and that's a skilled trade training program. Of course, this program, we have to partner up with an employer, and of course that takes time. We submit the grant, we figure out if we get it, and then we administer it. But for now, we can do workshops that include resume writing, interview preparation and mock interviews, and professional dress etiquette for interviews. For like the cities that you typically do job fairs, well, 2 weeks before the job fair, we can, incorporate an educational component for that job fair and help them with their resume and their interview and how to dress up. So, these are a few things that we can do, but we have done everything in between. As long as we can tie it into small business, home ownership, and workforce development, then we can go ahead and help you out and maybe put together a new program or curriculum to help the needs in your community.
So additionally, if you go to the Prairie View A&M Extension, you find our community and economic development. You can request workshops in the different areas. And so there's a long list of workshops that we can provide to your community. This does go to headquarters, so I would recommend you personally reaching out to Rina or myself, just because sometimes when it goes to headquarters, then you're transitioning to a bigger cycle. So it's easier if you just contact us directly. But I would also like to say follow us on our Facebook page. If you don't have us on our LinkedIn page, we're pretty active in posting and putting the work we're doing for our community. And so these are the two pages. I know they say Hidalgo and Willacy, but that's just because those were our initial start to our counties, and then we got expanded into 2 more counties. And so you'll see stuff from the Willacy and Cameron on mine, and you'll see Hidalgo and Starr on hers. And this is just some of the work we do together in the community.